Subscribe my channel for physics, G and NEET.
హలో స్టూడెంట్స్, గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ. మన గత సెషన్లో డైమెన్షనల్ ఎర్రర్స్ పైన 3 వీడియోస్ చేసాం. వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ ఐఐటి జేఈ అండ్ నీట్. సో యూ షుడ్ ఫాలో మోర్ అండ్ మోర్ న్యూమరికల్స్ ఆన్ దట్ formulas. And now today we are discussing about the error analysis. Here in this topic we need to explain the measurement of error and the types of errors, that is absolute error, relative errors and percentage errors. And these type of errors, how can we find in the measurement of errors? Now we are ready to learn about it. So dear students, before going to our lesson, you should subscribe our channel and like our video and share, comment to your friends. So let us start our topic. Error analysis. At first we need to learn about the error. So what is error of measurement? What is error of measurement? Error means the wrong value measured by us by the instrument of an object. So error, it is nothing but which was not correct, so that is wrong. So wrong value measured by us with the by the using of any instrument of an object. Okay, so that is the error. So this error can be defined by the measured value, which is measured value is different to the original value. Measured value is different to the original value. So some difference between the original value and to the measured value, then there should be occurs an error. So that is the error. So here, what is the error of measurement? Error of measurement. What is the error of measurement? Let us see. This is the difference between true value and to the difference between true value and to the measured value of quantity. True value and to the measured value of quantity is called error of measurement. Error of measurement. Okay, and what types of error of measurements are there and how the errors will be occurs, we need to see now. Let us see how they can be occurs in the error of measurement. In the process of measurement, there should be some errors should be occurs. What are the errors should be occurs and how they can be occurs? Let us see. The errors of measurements basically classified into 2 types. So that is, first one, it is the systematic errors, and the second one, it is the random errors. Systematic errors, random errors. Here, these systematic errors are those errors that tend to be in one direction. Either they are positive or negative in nature. So these systematic errors are known to us. They can be known to us. So these errors may be occurs by the instrumental default or the practical method default or any which we are known by us. But in case of random errors, the random errors are occurs by the atmosphere, by the climate changes. So they are known to us. Okay, so some example we need to see here belongs to the systematic and random errors. So here in the systematic errors, for example, due to the design of the instrument, due to the design of the instrument. So these errors may be occurs by the default of the instruments. For example, you need to find the absolute temperature at STP of a boiling water, we should know already, that is 100 degrees centigrade. So we can find by the thermometer, it should be read out by 103 degrees centigrade, but by the actual value of 100 degrees centigrade. So here there is a mistake should be occurs in the instrument. So this type of the errors occurred by the different defaults in the instrument is called the systematic error. These are belongs to the systematic errors. And one more example, it is the by the default of the experimental techniques. So someone should not follow the correct method. Experimental techniques should not follow the correct method to find the any measurement, then the experimental technical error should be occurs. These are belongs to the systematic errors. For suppose you need to find by the temperature of your body, human body, at the armpit. So then the temperature should be always less to the actual. So this is the wrong method to find the human body temperature where the thermometer kept in the armpit. Okay, so these are the experimental defaults. By the defaults of experimental, that errors can be belongs to systematic errors. Now we need to see random errors. What are the random errors? How can they occurs in our daily life? Let us see. Now the random errors are occurs irregularly, and the random with respect to the sign and to the size. These can be arise due to random and unpredictable fluctuations, experimental conditions. For example, the experimental condition, while you are doing the resonance operators, if we can do at the summertime, the value of sound is different and compared to the winter season. Okay, so these climate changes should be irregularly. So this type of fluctuation should be belongs to the random errors. So for suppose you have to find the voltage supply, whereas high and low fluctuations of the supplies. So these are the random errors. And here, for example, when the same person repeats the same observation, it is very likely that may get different readings in every time. So in case of simple pendulum, we need to find the time period of a pendulum, but each one can get the different measured value at the same lengths. So these are the changes in the due to air friction, or due to changes in the length of the thread, any whatever the changes should be. So these errors should be belongs to the random errors. The random errors are repeatedly, it can be irregular errors. The random errors we should not know by the cause. Okay, but the systematic errors are known to us. So how the error should be occurs? By the default of the experimental technique, this is the known to us. By the default of the instrument, that is known to us. By the default of the parallax error by the person, so that is also known to us. But in case of random errors, the cause we should not know how they can occurs. Okay, so these are the differences between random and the systematic errors. So now let us see how the errors should be find out in the mathematical conditions. Now we have to know about the types of errors, whereas in calculations, however hard we try to, there is always some difference between the measured value and the original value. So that difference should be known to us, that is the error. So here the types of errors are, it is absolute error. First one, it is the absolute error. and the second one it is the mean absolute error. Mean absolute error. And the third one it is relative error or fractional error. Relative error or fractional error. Relative error or fractional error. And finally, percentage error. Percentage error. So now let us find what are absolute errors and what are mean absolute errors, what are relative errors or the fractional errors and the percentage errors. Now we have to know about these 4 types of errors. Let us see. Before going to know that, you should keep your notebook and note the points. At first we need to see absolute error. Absolute error. So here the error it is the magnitude of difference between the magnitude of difference, the magnitude of difference between true value, it means actual value, and its measured value of quantity. Measured value of quantity is called absolute error. So most important definition, okay, the magnitude of difference between the true value or actual value and its measured value of quantity is called absolute error. Absolute error. For example, let the quantity of measured value of an object it is r x1, x2, x3, x4 up to xn. So these are the measured values of quantity of an object. ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ యొక్క మెజరింగ్ మనం చేసినప్పుడు దాని వాల్యూస్ x1, x2, x3, x4 అప్ టు xn గా వచ్చినట్లయితే దాన్ని నోట్ చేసుకుంటే హియర్ we need to find the absolute error should be measured by the mean value of x. Now we have to find the mean value. So that is x it is equal to, whereas x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus up to xn by n times. This is the mean value of the measured value of quantity. So now we have to find the absolute error. Absolute error it is the magnitude of difference between the true value and to the measured value. Now we have to find the absolute error. So that is equal to delta x, whereas we can find x1, x2, x3, x4 and up to xn. There is delta x1 it is equal x minus x1. It means what is the x value? So this is the original value or the actual value, and x1 it is the measured value. So absolute error it is meaning that the magnitude of difference between the true value and to the measured value. What is true value here? This is the x. The mean value it is nothing but true value. So here you can write that true value. This is also true value. So true value minus measured value, that is the absolute error. And absolute error of second measurement, that is delta x2, it is equal x minus x2 here. and delta x3 here it is equal x minus x3 here it is actual value minus measured value, original value minus measured value. Okay, and delta x4 it is equal to x minus x4 here, and so on. Delta xn it is equal to x minus xn, right? So this is the absolute error. So absolute error it is meaning that the difference between actual value and to the measured value, this is the difference, means minus subtraction. So you know about the absolute error, that is the delta x or delta x1. Delta x it is the total average of these values. Delta x1 it is the absolute error between the first measured value. Delta x2 it is the absolute error between the second measured value. Delta x3 it is the absolute error between the third measured value. So up to xn it is the delta xn. Okay, now the point you have to note here, what is that point? It is the absolute errors, very important. The absolute errors are may positive or negative, so this is the point we have to remember. Absolute errors are may positive or negative. For example, the actual value exit is equal, for example here 2.5, exit is equal to 2.5. Let the x1 it is equal to 2.6 and x2 it is equal to 2.4. Let it be values. So this is the actual value, exit is the actual value or true value, x1 it is the first measured value, that is 2.6, whereas the absolute error it is equal x minus x1, 2.5 minus 2.6 it is equal to minus of 0.1. So this is the negative value. And similarly, the absolute error of the second measured value x minus x2, 2.5 minus 2.4 it is equal plus 0.1. So here the absolute errors are may positive or may negative. ఇవి పాజిటివ్ అయిన ఉంటాయి, నెగిటివ్ అయిన ఉండొచ్చు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద వాల్యూ షుడ్ బి. ఓకే, నౌ కమింగ్ టు ది mean absolute error, that is the second one. So what is the second one? Mean absolute error. Mean absolute errors, these errors are the average value of magnitude of the average value of magnitude of the absolute errors. Okay, average value of magnitude of the absolute errors are called the mean absolute error. So absolute errors already you know that is the what are that? Delta x1, delta x2, delta x3, delta x4 up to delta xn. So this is the absolute errors. Now we need to find mean absolute error. Mean absolute error it is the average value of the magnitude of the absolute error. So these are all absolute errors. So now we can find the average value of the magnitude. Magnitude means we can put the mod. So then that mean absolute error delta x should be written as modulus of delta x1 plus modulus of delta x2. It means magnitude of the mean value, average value, delta x3 and plus up to delta xn by how many values are there? N times of values. So this is the mean absolute error, where here the delta x1 means already in previous we can say the absolute error may positive or negative, but in case of mean absolute error in modulus we can take mod means either it is plus or minus, it can be valid for the positive value. So here delta x can be it is, for example, you can write that x plus or minus, what is that, x1. So okay, so in this type, plus or minus we can take. So where you have to apply the application to the some numerical, then you have to understand very easily, you should not worry about it. And next we can find the third one, that is the relative error, that is nothing but fractional error. So relative error, so relative error should be find out by the ratio between the ratio between mean absolute error and to the mean absolute error, mean absolute error which we are shown above, mean absolute error and to the mean value, and to the mean value. Mean value means that is actual value, mean value means actual value. Okay, right, here mean absolute error it is means delta x, where it is delta x by actual value, it means x. Okay, already we seen that actual value. So this is the actual value, that is the x1 plus x2 plus up to xn by n. So this is the actual value. The relative error should be the ratio between mean absolute error delta x and to the actual value x. So this is the mean absolute, relative error or the fractional error. Now the percentage of error, percentage of error. So this is equal relative error into 100, relative error or fractional error into relative error into 100. It means relative error means delta x by x into 100, right? This is the percentage of error. Okay, so these are the errors we need to find here. Now we have to apply for one numerical. Let us see. Here there is one example. We need to find the different measurement of length of a rod are 4.2, 4.5, 4.4, 4.6, 4.3 in centimeters. Now calculate A mean value, B absolute error, C mean absolute error, D fractional error, and E percentage of error. So now we read already what is about the all types of errors. Now we have to find in this case. Okay, at first we need to see mean value. So mean value, it is nothing but actual value or original value, actual value. So how we can find actual value by the given data? It can be, it is nothing but the average value of all the measured quantities. Okay, now let us see. At first we need to calculate mean value, mean value. So mean value x, it is equal 4.2 plus 4.5 plus 4.4 plus 4.6 plus 4.3, 1 2 3 4 5 by number of measured values are 5. It means here you need to say right 5. So now here 1 2 3 4 5, 5 4s are 20, and 7 11 17 and 2 2.0. So here it is 22 by 5, it is nothing but 4.4 cm. Okay, so here the original value or the mean value, it is equal to x, it is equal 4.4 centimeter. So this is the mean value. Okay, and now we have to find the value which is absolute error, absolute error, absolute, that we can find absolute error, whereas delta x1 it is equal to x minus x1. So here this is the value of x1, and this is x2, and this is x3, x4, x5. Here x minus x1, delta x1 is equal to x minus x1, x it is equal 4.4, and minus x1 it is equal 4.2. So here is equal to 0.2, and delta x2 it is equal to x minus x2. So x it is the mean value or the actual value, x1 it is the first measured value. So here same we can write. So x1 x2 are the given values here, you need to observe here. So x2 it is x minus 4.4 minus 4.5, it is equal to minus 0.1. And similarly delta x3 it is equal to x minus x3, it is equal to 4.4 minus x3. What is the x3 value? It is 4.4, it is equal to 0. And delta x4 it is equal to x minus x4 is equal to 4.4 minus x4, it is equal to 4.6, 4.6 it is equal to minus 0.2. Similarly delta x5 it is equal to x minus x5, it is equal to 4.4 minus, what is x5? It is 4.3, 4.3 here it is equal to 0.1. So these are the absolute errors: delta x1, delta x2, delta x3, delta x4, delta x5. These are the absolute errors we can find here. Are you understand? So this is the method to find the absolute error. And now we have to find mean absolute error. Mean absolute error, it is nothing but mean absolute error. It is equal to delta x equal to delta x1 plus modulus of delta magnitude of average value of the absolute error, that is the definition, delta x2 and plus delta x3 and plus delta x4 and plus delta x5 by how many values? 5. Okay, so here we can find whether they are positive or negative. We can need the summation of all the values or where absolute errors. Okay, that is 0.2 plus 0.1 plus 0 plus 0.2 plus 0.1. Already we find that delta x1, delta x2, delta x3, delta x4, delta x5. So here the negative values also we can find taken as positive because of there is a mod, there is a mod here. So mod means magnitude of the absolute errors given to us the mean absolute error, right, by 5 here. So this is equal to 0.6 by 5, it is equal to 0.1, it is equal to 1 means 0, it is 2, 0.12, it can be taken 0.1. okay, so delta x it is nothing but what is that? Mean absolute error, it is equal to 0.1 centimeter. We can take 0.1 centimeter. Now we can find relative error, and option D it is equal to relative error. So relative error should be another, we can say that fractional error, relative or fractional. So this can be the ratio between the mean absolute error by mean value. Mean value means actual value. So it is nothing but delta x by x. So here delta x it is equal to 0.1 and x value we can measure already. So that is x is equal to here 4.4 centimeter. Therefore 0.1 by 4.4 it is equal to, we can write that 1 by 44 centimeter. 1 by 44 centimeter. This is the relative or fractional error. Now we can find finally percentage of error. The percentage of error, it can be written as relative error into 100. Relative error into 100. What is relative error here? 1 by 44 here into 100, right? So you can find, so that is 44 means 25 fours are and 11 fours are 25 by 11. 25 by 11, it is equal to 2.272 percentage. So percentage error, you need to write the percentage symbol at the result. So here these are the measured values of the mean value, absolute error, mean absolute error, relative error, percentage error. Okay, so this is the method you need to find all types of the errors. So first, you want to know the basic rules of the errors we have to find, then you can easily identify in the numericals. Okay, so these are the one example of the to find the any errors. Now let us see the another one example. You have to solve it. In a series of successive measurements in an experiment, the reading of the period of oscillation of a simple pendulum were found to be 2.63 second, 2.56 second, 2.42 second, 2.71 second and 2.80 seconds. Now calculate the mean value of the time period, absolute error, mean absolute error, relative error and the percentage of the time period. So all are very well known factors here. Now let us solve it. At first we have to write the given data. So that is t1, it is equal here, what is the t1 value, that is 2.63 second, and t2 is equal to 2.56 second, and t3 is equal to 2.42 second, and t4 is equal to 2.71 second, and t5 is equal to 2.80 second. Now we calculate the first one, the mean value. So first one, we need to find the mean value. So mean value, it is nothing but the actual value or the true value. Okay, so this can be, it can be says these are the time periods. So now the mean value, the mean time period, it is equal, what is that, t1 plus t2 and plus t3 and plus t4 plus t5 by 5 here. Here 2.63, 2.56, 2.42 and plus of 2.71 plus 2.80, right, divides 5. So this can be, so this is 10, whereas 10, so you can fight 1 3 9 12, it is 13.12 by 5. It is equal, how much it is, 2 times of 5 in 0.6 are and 2 and 4 and seconds. Okay, the mean, the actual time period, it is equal to 2.6254 second. So here by the rounding of the digit, now we can write the time period, it is equal to 2.62 second. It is equal to 2.62 second. Okay, and now we need to find absolute error. Absolute error, it is meaning that the difference between the actual error and to the actual value and to the measured value. So actual value, how much we can gain, that is 2.62. Therefore absolute, the second one, we need to find absolute error. Absolute error. Okay, so absolute error, that is delta t, it is equal, at first delta t1 is equal to t minus t1. t minus t1. So how much t1 it is equal, t it is equal 2.62 minus of what is t1, the value of t1 it is equal, so here 2.62 minus 2.63, so here it is equal 0.01 minus of 0.01. okay, so this is delta t1. And delta t2 it is equal to t minus t2. So what is t value? 2.62 minus the t2 value, it is 2.56. It is equal to 0.06 second. 0.06 second. And delta t3 it is equal to t minus t3, it is equal to 2.62 minus t3, 2.42. It is equal, what is that? Delta t3 is equal to 0.20 second. We should divide subtract 2.62, 2.42. okay, 2 0 2 and 0, 0.20. And next delta t4 it is equal to t minus t4, it is equal to 2.62 minus t4, it is equal to 2.71. It should be negative, so that is equal 0.09 second. So here the absolute error may negative or may positive, so hence delta t5 it is equal to t minus t5, it is equal to 2.62 minus t5, it is equal t5 2.80, it is equal minus 0.18 second. okay, so these are the absolute errors. Now the next one we have to find, that is mean absolute error. Third one, it is mean absolute error. Mean absolute error, it is the average mean of the absolute error. The average mean of the average mean of magnitude of the absolute error. Magnitude is very very important here. So that can be delta t, it is equal to, you can write that magnitude of the delta t1 and plus delta t2 and plus magnitude of delta 3 and plus magnitude of delta t4 and plus of magnitude of the delta t5 by 5. So this is equal, we can substitute all those delta t1 and t2, t3, t4 values here. So that is equal, delta t1 is equal 0.01. how much it is? Minus should be calculated as plus. So 0.01 and plus second one 0.06 and plus third one 0.20 and plus 0.09 plus 0.18 by 5. okay, so we can adding them, it is equal 18 plus 9 27, 47 is equal 53, 54, it is equal to 0.54 by 5. It can be, it is equal to 0.10 and 8 5s are 40. okay, and rounded to the second digit, then we can write that it is equal to 0.11. so how we can rounded it here, we should learn in the significant figures in our next session. okay, so this can be 0.11 second. So what is that? Mean absolute error, delta t, mean absolute error delta t. And next one we have to find that relative error or the fractional error. Now the fourth one, it is relative error, or it is called as fractional error. It can be the ratio between mean absolute ratio between mean absolute error by mean value, it is actual value. It means mean absolute error it is equal delta t and actual value it is equal t. So then mean absolute error, already we find that how much it is. So this is the mean absolute error, it is 0.11 second. It is equal to 0.11 second by what is time period t, it is equal to, already we find the 2.62 second. So it can be written as how much it is 0.0 0.0419. You can calculate easily. So you can rounded the second digit, then we can get the rounded of these two digits, then you can 0.0404. So this is the ratio between the two same physical components, hence it has no units here. And now we have to find the percentage error in the time period. Percentage error in the time period, it is equal to relative error or fractional error into 100. Relative error or fractional error into 100. Okay, so the relative error it is equal 0.04 into 100. You can write that 4 by 100 into 100, it is equal 4%. The percentage error in the time period, it is equal 4%. Okay, so this is the method to find the mean value and absolute error, mean absolute error, relative error, percentage of the error. So I hope all are you understanding. So for better understanding, you have to see repeatedly, then you can get the idea how we can solve the problems. Okay, the one thing I have to remind you, that is you should not skip the video while practicing the numericals, because of so every point, every word mentioned by me is very very important, which you have to learn it and note down, then only you have to understand very easily. Okay, thank you. If you like the video, please share to your friends and say suggestions in our comment section. Thank you.